Hello everyone, my name is Dhruv and I'm presenting my project Lucid. Lucid is a agentic AI decision intelligence system designed to bring clarity into how projects are understood, evaluated and decided. Our goal is simple, fewer surprises, better alignment, decision that feels informed, not rushed. The real problem is client and teams think they agree but actually don't. Requirements are documented but interpreted differently. A small changes for a client may means major architecture impact. Efforts estimation lacks technical visibility. Surprise appear late when fixing them is expensive. This is not a technology problem, this is a clarity problem. What Lucid does is structured scope, clear requirements, suggested architectures, impact analysis, time and effort estimation, human-readable explanation, a structured decision record. And when change requirements are proposed, it evaluates their impact before work begins. So teams move forward their confidence with confidence, not assumption. Now go to the backend part. Backend is not just a API server, it is an AI orchestration engine built around Orchestra. Built using Python, FastAPI, UVCon, Docker, and Orchestra AI orchestration platform. What is Orchestra? Orchestra is an AI agent, runtime, and orchestration layer. Instead of making simple LLM call, we define structured AI agent and workflow inside Orchestra. Think of it like Kubernetes, but an AI agent. It manages agent configuration, model routing through LLM Proxy, not tool execution, multiple agent workflow, memory, observability, and logging. This analyzes file API. Then it will the input of this API goes to this decision orchestra, where there are some agents. First agent is our parser agent, which is used to parse the file. Text is extracted and clean. Then there is a context agent, which the first AI agent determine a new project, a change request, a scope modification. This changes the entire analysis flow. Then there is an architecture agent that suggest system design, identify services, propose database structures, detect scalability and needs. This is not a generic summary, it generates a reasoning backend technical proposal. Then there is an impact agent. This agent evaluate what existing module are affected, risk zones, integration impacts, data model changes. This is where hidden complexity gets revealed. Then there is an estimation agent. This agent calculate development efforts, testing efforts, risk adjustment buffer, confidence level, score. Then there is an explanation agent. Everything is translated into a clean, non-technical language so business stakeholder understand the decision. How Orchestra make this powerful? Without Orchestra, we would need to manually chain LLM calls. But with Orchestra, each agent is independently defined. Agent communicated is structured JSON. Model calls go through an LLM proxy. We can switch Gemini to OpenAPI without changing backend logic. Tool calls are managed automatically. Observability track latency tokens failure. It becomes a controlled deterministic AI pipeline, non-random AI response. I use super memory I use super memory in this project for structure decision, approval states, audit logs, coordinate vector database, stores embedding of past decision, risk patterns, effort history. I use Gemini embedding, convert the decision into a high dimensional vector. This allows the system to retrieve similar past project, detect underestimation bias, adjust future estimation, identify recurring architecture risk. In simple words, the system learns from experience. This is the main which call the Orchestra agent, which I defined in this call. I've called the agent with this JSON data. Orchestra. I run the orchestra in these Docker and make a agent on Orchestra UI, which is used by this. This is my agent, which is used for LLM proxy by my code. I call this by this URL and with this JSON data. Now I will show you how UI works with this Orchestra backend. I upload a file with initial requirements document. It will start analyzing the project requirements. This is the output of the file upload. Initial requirement is the intent. The making of the project is very low. Confidence level is 95%. Timeline is 4.7 weeks. Cost estimation is 200 to 28200 dollar. That is based on this predefined value $150 per hour. This is the executive summary of this requirement. You can see it. These are the key risk during that project making. These are the technical summary. These are the requirements. These are the functional requirements basically. These are high priority requirements. These are medium priority requirements. These are low priority requirements. These are non-functional requirements basically. These are user stories. These are ambiguities. Then we get the architecture of this project. Architectures come from the architecture agent, which called the LLM proxy on the orchestra. These are the structure of this diagram of the architecture of the project. These are the service that are we required in this project. These are the overviews, infrastructure, microservices. These microservices define. These are the API endpoint which are we have to define during the making of the project. These are the data models, the user appointment availability, audit logs. These are the data models also. These are expandable also. User appointment availability audit logs. These are the impact. We have to create 7 APIs. These are the file, if not APIs. These are the file we have to define during our project development. Data migration. What we need. These are the data migration of our projects. These are the estimation dashboard. 188 hour required for the project development, 4.7 weeks. This amount, cost estimation, task, 10 task, complexity wise sorting of the task. These are hour wise sorting of the task. Then we have the recommendation of the project. Then we can also export the report and download as a PDF. This is the PDF of our project. All come in the PDF. All the output from the orchestra agent, which I have decision agent. That is all about my project. Thank you.